Hi everyone and welcome to this video. So the latest Windows 10 update has arrived and it is 21H2, and you can get it right now if you go to the Windows Update settings and check to see if the update is available. As long as you've got all the other updates in there, it should be available. Or you can wait and it will be automatically rolled out over the next couple of weeks, but I think Microsoft is going to push it out earlier. I wouldn't quote me on that. It's just a feeling. Now, even though this is a major update, it happens around about every 6 months as a feature update. This update doesn't really have that many features as would normally be expected. Mostly because a lot of the features that were meant to go into the update actually went into Windows 11, which was released back in October. That being said, there were obvious changes that we can go over, some big ones, even though they are under the skin changes, that are still worth talking about. Now, first of all, the first big change doesn't really have anything to do with Windows itself, but with the update frequency, as we've discussed. For the feature updates, it will be changed to once a year instead of every 6 months, which is in line with Windows 11. So that'll be a nice surprise for, especially for those of you who thought that Microsoft would start neglecting Windows 10. But remember, these two OSs won't get the exact same updates as each other. And another thing to note is the end of the Windows 10 updates will be the 14th of October 2025. So there are about 3 or 4 years worth of updates left in Windows 10. So the first major update is to get it up there. Is to the new Microsoft Store, which you may already know that as part of Windows 11 if you've already used Windows 11. Microsoft redesigned the store, which is basically the Windows Store with the apps and features. Technically, this isn't part of the 21H2 update, but it will be starting to roll out around about the same time. So you may get the update at the exact same time, but you may not. I do actually think the new Microsoft Store looks nice, as I have been using it with Windows 11. There are some graphical glitches at the moment, but as it gets updated, these will be ironed out. What I am showing here is the actual Windows 11 one, so as you can see, it is a lot different than the Windows 10 one. Another big change that is supposed to be coming with the new Microsoft Store is not just support for Universal Windows apps, as you can see on the screen there, but also Win32 programs as well, which is the regular programs that you can get. So the likes of OBS, anything you download off the internet, so where you have to install them, they are Win32 applications. So you might start seeing your favorite apps shown up in the Microsoft Store. Now, most of the, I'll get this page up. So now the rest of the main changes are more behind the scenes. So I won't be able to show you much on that, but I will do what I possibly can and hopefully be able to describe them. Now, one of these background changes is that Windows 10 will be able to support WPA3 or hash to element protocol for Wi-Fi, which we have here. Now, some of you may, or some of you may not know, or most of you may not know, that WPA2 is the security protocol where you set up a wireless network and you type in the password to encrypt your Wi-Fi. This, do you know when you go to connect to Wi-Fi and it asks you to type in a password? That is the WPA2 encryption. And now there's WPA3, which is not universally supported at the moment as it's still rolling out. And now even WPA3 also got an update, which is called H2E or hash to element, which adds some extra security against certain types of attacks. So if you're using WPA3, it means it should be more secure. Next, the Microsoft blog said there were security updates for the following product and features, but weren't specified specific on the details. So the updates were to the Windows AI platform, so the artificial intelligence, the Windows app platform and frameworks, Windows apps, Windows cryptography, Windows fundamentals, Windows input and composition, the Windows kernel, Windows and Office media, and Windows virtualization. So basically, it looks as if, or it looks as though there are updates right across the operating system. Next, they've also added Windows Hello for Business, which introduces a new deployment method called Cloud Trust to support simplified passwordless deployments and achieve a deploy to run state within a few minutes. I honestly don't understand that. I know what Windows Hello is. It's when you log on, you don't have to type your password. It recognizes your face, or you have a biometrics, something like that. They've also added GPU compute support in the Windows subsystem for Linux, and Azure IoT Edge for Linux on Windows eFlow deployments for machine learning and other compute intensive workflows. Now that mainly is for Azure for machine learning, so Internet of Things Edge, and also machine learning, which is the artificial intelligence, which Azure uses something called compute for intensive workflows. I don't fully understand it yet, as I am just personally and just learning Azure fundamentals at the moment, as it has to do with machine learning, which is mainly Linux based, but a lot of that apparently will also be in the Windows subsystem for Linux. And the rest of these changes are mostly enterprise level updates. One of the other ones is, if I can find it, and I can't. So I'll basically go through them. Is universal print. Now, universal print supports a print job of up to 1 gigabyte or a series of print jobs from an individual user that add up to 1 gigabyte within a 15-minute period. In addition, universal print integrates with OneDrive for web and Excel for web, which is not immediate. That's going to be rolling out the Excel for web, allowing those who are using any web browser or device connected to the internet to print a document hosted in OneDrive for web to a printer in their organization without installing printers on their devices. So basically, if you use OneDrive for web, you can go into, say, Microsoft Excel or Microsoft Word or any documents that you have in there. You can automatically select it scans your network, and you can basically print direct to the printer without having to install them printers specifically on that device. And another enterprise level update that seems to be quite significant is for the mobile device management system. So moving on to what's new in the movement in management, we've been listening to our feedback and are closing the gap between group policy and mobile device management settings. These device configuration setting catalog has been updated to a list of 1,400 settings previously not available for configuration via mobile device management. So if your company's IT department uses mobile device management, then they will have a lot more settings to work with now. So in general, this update is more for an update to the enterprise level than consumer level of Windows, and that seems to be the main part of the crux of the update. There are a lot of features that went into Windows 11 that have been left out. So, sorry for Windows 10 users. Hopefully they'll start to integrate on other features in the next feature update. I would like to thank everybody for watching. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe. And also, please check out some of my other videos. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.